I'm just going to be calling a local radio station. They keep making fun of people not wearing masks, calling them fools and stuff like that, which is actually kind of funny. So now, if you don't wear a mask, you're considered a grandma killer and all this other stuff. 8 months later, where were they in the beginning of this pandemic? You know, they didn't tell us to start wearing masks, or they didn't mandate masks in Vancouver until like about August. So you had March, April, May, June, July. So March is about half month. So you're looking at about 4.5 months that nobody was really talking about mandating masks. A little bit, but it wasn't really happening. And then now it's the big craze that to wear a mask everywhere outside in the rain, when you bike ride, skateboard, play tennis, you know, walk your dog, driving your car by yourself. Everyone thinks it's a smart thing to do to wear a mask. They never thought about that in the first 4 months of this pandemic, but now you're a bad person if you don't wear a mask. And of course the media is all over this. They think it's, you know, they're trying to shame us into submission, which is not going to work because a lot of people are sick of this crap. And I'm going to just call them right now. Hi, I was just listening to the radio and they were making fun of people who don't wear masks, calling them fools. Isn't it the other way around? People wearing masks outside in the rain, people bike riding, people skateboarding, playing tennis, driving their cars by themselves. Aren't those the real fools in this situation? I find it's like totally reversed, 180 of what it actually should be. I don't know how you guys are making fun of people not wearing masks. How is that even possible? Isn't it our right to breathe? I don't understand where your news organization comes off making fun of people who don't want to wear masks 7 or 8 months after a pandemic. You realize they never mandated masks in any stores until August, which was basically 4.5 months after this whole so-called pandemic started in British Columbia. So I just find that hilarious. And now they're talking about a second wave, which is just basically built on cases. They're testing way more people, and now Dr. Bonnie Henry is making it seem like, oh my God, the second wave is here. This whole thing is a ridiculous nonsense fraud, and media organizations such as CITYNEWS1130 are just perpetrating this whole ridiculous fraud. I don't understand where you guys even get off. It's just mind-boggling to me.
Okay, well, I wouldn't say that pandemic is a fraud.
Well,
I don't think it's specific to British Columbia or the health officials in our province, commenting on that. So,
well, I don't think
hear what was going on air, but sometimes there's some banter and
but they did it a couple times today. It's kind of, I don't know. I just find it insulting.
It wasn't something that I heard, so I can't.
It's just, but the thing is, like, logically, it's just kind of insulting. And, like, the thing is, I've looked at this stuff probably a lot closer than your reporters. And the amount of deaths, they're talking about flattening the curve.
There's no way to know that, right? You can't say that for sure. You don't know all the reporters or the work that they put into the stories that they're working on.
Well, but if you look at the actual statistics of the death, it's not like a fraud, but the thing is, you have to be logical, and if you look at the statistics, the amount of people that have died is about 225, 235. This is in British Columbia we're talking about here, because this is where we both live.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really care to debate whether or not the pandemic is real or not.
I just think it's way overblown, and the lockdowns and...
The experts now.
Yeah, but the experts want to lock...
You're certainly entitled to your opinion. Case numbers are different in various provinces, and I would think some would suggest that British Columbia is fared better than some others.
But then if you look, even if you just look at the lockdowns and stuff like that, they locked down the whole economy, they destroyed it. Like, they don't talk about the suicides, they don't talk about drug overdoses, alcoholism. Like, how many people have killed themselves as a result of losing their jobs, not being able to pay mortgages, rent, and all this stuff? No one talks about that. It's not talked about in the news, and that's what... not just your.
Again, I mean, if you're listening to the station or reading the articles on the web, and certainly I have a hand in that, and I have since the beginning of this. And I mean, personally, I don't know if I've written about anything else in the past 8 months. So.
But then, don't you guys even look at have you ever looked at suicides yourself, and have you ever checked out the statistics? How many people have died from suicides? Like, it's got to be at least over 200, I would think. Because, like, you know what I mean, though? Like, just...
Numbers, I haven't seen those numbers presented, certainly.
But then why don't you just research that information and try to have, like... Because the thing is, like, the news nowadays is so based on... I haven't been able to find...
Related to the pandemic?
I haven't been able...
I mean, I've heard...
But you could...
Stories on the overdose crisis and how that has been affected and complicated further by the pandemic. So,
well, the amount of people dying from overdoses is much more than the amount of people dying from the pandemic. The overdose is about 170 roughly per month. So that's like that. That's the whole point. That's the real pandemic, not basically one person dying every second day now. Like, it's about 16 people in September. Like, and these people are over 85 and they have other underlying issues. Like, is this a real pandemic?
I'm not going to minimize anyone's death, right?
Of course not. But the thing is, we're not. That's not what I'm trying to do whatsoever. I'm just trying to make this a logical situation where they're making it seem like everyone's dying left, right, and center. But then I don't know anyone who's died. I don't know anyone who's got sick. But they make it seem like everyone's just dying.
I don't know anybody who's trying to make it sound like that. You're the first one I've talked to who has suggested that, honestly.
The news makes it sound like that constantly. When you're hearing COVID cases now, they're just trying to scare the hell out of everybody. And you just walk around, you see all these people in fear.
I don't know what their intent is.
You can just, but if you just go outside and just walk around, you can just see it. Just look at the fear in people. Everyone's wearing masks outside. This is not an airborne virus. Like, this is beyond insane what's going on in our communities. And it's a result of fear based from the media and the government. It's just way out of control. And, like, it's just, like, there should be some form of something to calm the fear of people, because these people actually think they're going to, like, die.
I have not heard Dr. Bonnie Henry or Health Minister before the provincial election was called, tell anybody that they had to wear masks outside. I haven't heard anybody say that. That's not the order in British Columbia. People who do that choose to do it. That's their own choice.
But the thing is, it's all built on the fear, because these people are just basically, just pooing their pants, and they're just, like, completely scared, thinking they're going to die. Kids that are 5, 6 years old wearing masks. It's just completely out of control. And when is this going to end? Until the World Health Organization finally states, oh, the pandemic's over? Like, if you look at the actual deaths, they've gone down since...
I have yet to figure out how wearing a mask outdoors would harm anybody.
Well, it's not... Do you think it's actually good to breathe in your own carbon dioxide all day long, outside, inside? It's just kind of... The whole thing's beyond insane.
I have to wear a mask at work.
I just find it's completely out of control. And I think it's just ridiculous the way the media has built this into a huge frenzy now, that people are just in fear for their lives. Like, everyone is just on hypertension, paranoia, where you can't even walk into a mall without seeing everyone looking like they're a surgeon. And if I'm walking in there without a mask, everyone thinks I'm the grandma killer. And it's like totally, people's fear has taken complete control of their life. It's just so sad. And the media is the biggest part of the problem. If you guys had some some positive stories about the situation, showing that the actual deaths have come drastically down, and now we're just talking about a second lockdown in regards to cases. Meanwhile, they're testing so many thousands more people.
Did you read the modeling story on Monday?
I don't know if I did. What did the modeling story say?
It was also exactly what you just said.
That the cases are going up because they're testing way more people.
We've covered in the past week in numerous stories and with links in stories every day explaining not just case numbers, but testing and positivity rate within, comparatively for the number of tests compared to the number of cases. So we certainly report.
But just the way, like, they're talking, and the thing is, Dr. Bonnie Henry comes on TV every day talking about cases. Like, it's just a whole blitz, not just of media, but also government, where there's like, do they have to come on?
It's health officials, it's media, it's a big conspiracy. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't think it's completely a conspiracy. I think they could do certain things to calm fears, though, don't you think? Like, do you think it's the right way to do journalism and just to run a country, keeping everybody in a state of fear?
The correct way to do journalism is to be transparent and to put as much information out and, you know, and to make sure it's as accurate and fair as possible.
You guys, you think you're actually doing a good job at City News with your information? I think it's just completely biased and out of control, where you're just keeping everybody in complete fear.
I don't know what you mean by you guys. It seems like you're going.
Sorry, City News. Sorry, City News 1130.
Yeah, well, I explained to you, you know, how we've been conducting our business here. So, and all the stories are there. There's a variety of them there on the website, and they're on the radio station live on the air throughout the day. So.
But you actually think this is a pandemic where basically less than one person per day has died through this whole thing in an 8-month period?
You know,
I find that just insane.
It doesn't so much matter. You know what I mean? I always try to remain objective. That's the goal. That's the job. So I'll leave it at that. And hopefully, you know, you can find the information you're looking for.
Okay. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.
Take care.
Bye. Bye. Well, at least he listened to me. And I gave him a piece of my mind. I don't know. I don't want to sit there, and I'm not going to sit there and yell at the guy and stuff like that. Whatever. I just find it insane that these people are just paid journalists, paid to scare everybody. It's garbage. Anyways.